back again at Driftland. We've got another private day and I'm here to try and solve that issue with the stutter, and we think we found it. I'll cut to showing you what I found in the logs and how I've rectified it. So what we're looking at here is a knock target table. Now I have a couple of knock sensors on the engine, and what this table does is it sets a value that should be the maximum level of knock, and if there's more than that level of knock, it will then pull ignition timing to save the engine. Now, as you can see, the way it works that out is you've got engine speed along the top and then throttle position down the side, and then depending on what those are at, you should have, it will give you the maximum level of knock that the engine should be producing. So at low RPMs, you've got tiny like 50 values. When you're up at 7,000 RPM, throttle position right down, or you're at like 670. And that's just depending on the amount of boost and things you're doing. Now, the problem I found with this table is that the values jump up and down in the row. So I'll just highlight here. As you can see, it says 270 above that, and then the next level down in 4,000 RPM, it says 155. So from looking and driving the car, what I've worked out is that you should have a progressive level of knock. So if you look at that column, if we go at 245 and then we finish at 285, what I found is I needed to increase that 285 a lot higher, and then also it shouldn't drop down, so it shouldn't go from 270 to 255. It should go from 270 to 280 to 290. It's basically always increasing. So I put this knock target table up and went out and drove around the track. Now there's a little live data box that highlights where I am in this table as I'm driving, and I was looking at this, waiting for that stutter and trying to get an idea about where that was pulling timing to see if that could help. So it was a little bit challenging trying to drive the car and look at this table at the same time, but I definitely found some issues and was able to go back in and then modify this table to make the car run a bit better. Right, got a little bit of a dash set up to see the knock's the issue. Right, here we go. Okay, that was all good. I can just see where the stutter starts happening if I will look at the knock. That XY, well, I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but I can. So far, so good. Well, we stutter there. It's kind of down in that area there, but it's when you're right off. Knock cylinder count. Okay, let's go change those values. So what you can see is, I thought I'd updated this, I changed it. See, it jumps from 270 to back down to 170, and it goes all the way. So I need to smooth all this out. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I changed the table and then I stored it to the ECU, but I must be doing something wrong. So that's me changed a bunch of those numbers, so I've now got like it, it's all progressing up. There's a jump down, so. Right, full outer, so we can do a wee drag up the wall and see what we find. Second gear, we'll just do a pull. Better, way better. Do another pull, then we're just going to send it and see what happens. To like a low RPM. Okay. Up the knock level a wee bit. Still finding it a bit. Had to do a couple more updates, so we're just tweaking it a wee bit. Driving around, trying to watch that, but when you put it to full send, it's a bit difficult. So I'm just kind of guessing at where the stuff is a wee bit, but it is making it better. Right, another full send. So I'm still getting a bit of issue with this, so I'm just going to test turning knock control off and see if she behaves a bit differently. Right, no knock control. Okay, she's slightly different now. Oh, okay. No issues there. Right. Second. Or whoever that is out of the way. Right, she feels a little bit more sprightly now. Still got something there. Like that. Okay. Still something. There was still something there. Might be my driving though.
Going on with knock control off. I'm going to check the logs because we might have found something else.
What I'm doing, can't seem to find an issue. Like, so knock's off. So without knock control, then that's that behaving. So it's not knock control that's causing the issue. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to gap the spark plugs down. So just using a feeler gauge, and then see there's a bit, I don't know, you can see in there, I'm taking them down to like 0.028, just like put the feeler gauge in and just tapping it and sticking back in and see what happens.
Right, my lovelies, second infield, got the plugs down, let's see if we get any better results.
Been keeping a track of was the time, and this is actually the last run I got of the day, and the battery dies pretty soon.
Okay, I don't know if it's just my driving. Maybe I'm just being not such a pussy, but let's just see.
So I don't actually know if I fixed it. It looked good, but I'm going to set another set of plugs in it. The ones that have been in there have been in a while, and we'll take it out again and see what happens.